Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is DK Jonah and I am starting a after show series which will just highlight what was discussed on today's episode of Isolate and Be Still. Now, Isolate and Be Still is a series that we created to deal with the COVID-19 crisis. That in this period of uncertainty, what do we need to do? We're isolated but we are not alone. We have God and we need to be still and hear what He is saying. Now, we talked on being stuck today. What does it mean to be stuck? No, I'm not talking about being stuck in the mud or being stuck in a certain position or being stuck at home as we all are right now. But rather, I'm talking about the inability to move forward on a project or on a passion or on something. When you just realize that you're not moving forward, but you're being stuck in one position for a long time. Some people could be stuck in a job, could be stuck on a project, stuck in one area of their lives. People are stuck in multiple areas of their lives. But what we need to understand is that there is a way out. There are ways we could get unstuck. But what is the cause of us being stuck in the first place? Well, we identified three areas on today's episode why people get stuck. And the first one is they do not know God's vision for their lives. Yes, God has given you a vision, God has given you a plan for your life. And same with me, He has given me a plan for my life. But I do not know that plan, it's impossible for me to move forward. It's impossible for me to take the first step. So the steps we take every day in line with the vision we have for our lives or the vision God has for us make us unstuck. But if we do not know this vision, then we are stuck. So what do you do if you do not know the vision for God for your life, or the vision of God rather for your life? You take it to God in prayer, and then you sit still and hear what He says to you. You recognize the areas that you're passionate about. If you're passionate in multiple areas like Ruth is, on today's episode, Ruth mentioned that she was passionate in multiple areas, and we realized that yes, you could be passionate in multiple areas, but it's for you to reflect and see the common thread in all these areas and start with one and keep on moving forward so that you are not stuck. Another reason people get stuck is yes, I know the vision for my life, I know what I want to do, I know what I want to accomplish, but I don't know how to get there. I do not have the tools and resources to get there. It's not enough for you to have a vision, but you must put a plan in action and then execute this plan. Yes, you have to execute the plan. You could have an amazing plan, but if you do not take a step, nothing is going to get done and you just get stuck with that plan. So, make a plan, take a step, and move forward. The third thing, which is the obstacles that we face. There are obstacles that may be in your way that will prevent you from accomplishing your goals. It could be monetary obstacles, it could be the lack of a qualification, it could be anything. What I say when it comes to monetary obstacles is if there's a project or a job or something you want to work on, find out everything it takes to accomplish that project monetarily, even if you do not have the funds. Just imagine you have an elevator pitch and someone says, okay, what do you need to accomplish this goal? Do you know what you need to accomplish the goal? Do you know what it is to start a farm? Do you know what it is to start a project? If you do not know, then it's time to get to work. Another obstacle that many people face, myself included, yes, is fear. And fear could be in different ways. Like I already said, the fear of success could also prevent someone from moving forward. But what she had to do with the fear of success was she had to take it to God in prayer. She realized that she had to ask God to clothe her with humility so that she is steadfast and committed to what she is doing and not allow pride to take over her because she's accomplishing something great. There are so many times that we are our own hindrances, and if we do not become intentional, yes, I said intentional about what we do and what we don't do, it could affect our growth and we could get stuck because it could realize that all of a sudden everything has frozen. You're just not moving forward. You're stuck in the mud or stuck somewhere. But that's what we discussed on today's episode. And on next week's episode, we'll be discussing okay, now I have identified why I am stuck. What next? Well, we'll be looking at what Matt Perriman has to say in his book, What's Best Next, and we'll be exploring ways you could get unstuck and accomplish that goal which God has given you. Remember, as Christians, we are called to serve. Where are you called to serve? If you are not sure where you're called to serve, then speak to God about it. Serving is not just serving physically in church in a department. You have to serve God with your talent, with your skills, and with all that He has given you. Figure out a way to do that, to add something to the kingdom of God. The Great Commission says we should go into the world and preach the gospel to all nations. You don't need to own a pulpit to preach the gospel. Your life is a testimony to others. So I hope that you will join me next week, or rather, I will see you next week on another episode of Isolate and Be Still. And let me know your feedback. What do you think makes you stuck? What prevents you from moving forward? And if you've ever been stuck, what did you do to ensure that you got unstuck? Please share your comments in the comment section below. Cheers. Until we meet again, I'm your host, DK Jonah. Stay blessed.